and then she said, and then he said.
Oh my God, what?
What?
Comedy gold. That really worked.
That was
that
so
really
bad.
landed.
That was so bad. I then changed it. He said, she said.
To be fair, I said it was a bad idea.
Yeah,
well,
and I
I
did
kind
it
of implied.
anyway.
Yeah, you did
know
it.
what? That's fine. We live, we learn.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Guys, was that funny?
Aren't you so glad you started watching or listening to this episode?
You know what? I reckon there will be people who are nodding their head and say yes, just without that first one. You can edit that out. That's fine.
No, I'll leave it in.
No. That's fine.
Welcome
Anyway,
back.
Hey, everyone.
Fingers crossed. An episode of Fingers Crossed.
An unnumbered episode of Fingers Crossed.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Sorry.
Put the girls away.
Yeah.
Sorry. Obviously, your boobs just get me going. Anywho.
I just don't want my bra popping out, that's all. I bought
Sure,
a Skims
that's
bra.
what you're worried about. Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. They've got like a million of them.
They do. They're a pretty enterprising bunch.
Yeah, but they had a sale, and so I bought a couple, and one of them was actually pretty good.
You know the annoying part with Skims is that I've heard it's actually pretty good.
Hate that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, not that there's a product that can actually work for women or whoever, but just the fact that a brand that's owned by that family.
Wow. We don't name them on here. Fair enough.
Yeah. So you bought one?
Yeah.
Cool.
I bought three, actually. I bought three different bras. returned one. That was shit. And then I kept two. I bought one of the fake nipple bras.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
It has, like, nipples built in.
Right.
Yeah. So headlights on, even if you're wearing a bra. It just amuses me. I find it quite funny.
I do remember, like, an episode of Sex and the City where Samantha bought, like, nipple pasties.
Yeah, like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Miranda tried them on just to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then she basically walked and, like, all these guys were like,
Oh my God.
oh my God. So obviously, give it a
Yeah.
try and let me know.
I will.
Or let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, it just makes me laugh. I'm like, ha 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 ha.
It's like, am I? Is it? Who knows?
How cold is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it'd be really fun if you had it on during summer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I won't let something like weather stop me. Yeah.
No, not with your nipples.
Yeah.
Cool. So you like them? You know, I really wonder how long we can go in an episode before we stop just stop laughing. So far, I think it's been, what, a minute? 2?
Yeah.
5?
If we're lucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
so you're a fan?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
The one that I returned, not so great, but the other two, they're pretty good. If I can remember them, I'll put the names up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard good things about Skims and specifically the bras and the
Shapewear?
shapewear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their only one back in the day was
Spanx.
Spanx.
Oh, like they were like old brands before pre-Spanx, like
but-
in the 80s and stuff, but they were like, yeah.
Yeah, the
I just
old,
remember
old school
having them.
version.
Yeah,
yes.
old school ones,
Yes.
yeah.
Whereas Spanx sort of revolutionised a little bit.
Less, what are they called? Girdly.
Yes. That's also less pointy.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, like cone bras and
Yeah.
50s?
Although,
and...
bring those back. They had a vibe.
They did. I mean, look, if you wanted to go back to the 1950s style, that's very much what you do. You just wear the
Cone bra.
Cone
Maybe
bra.
I'll go one of those. Yeah. Bring back the cones.
Yeah. Bring back the cones. Exactly. Bring back the cones.
I've always said that.
We've always needed more cones in our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically attached to her chest.
Hey, look, Madonna did a service in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. JPG. Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh. Exactly what she said. Yeah. Anyway. Anywho.
Meg, you've had a day.
I've had a day. I went to go see a psychic, guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. I did enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I feel like how I'm going to be talking may not be...
You didn't seem that thrilled when you rocked up.
No, like, I think it felt very much telling me exactly how and what and etc. I am right now in a period of time. It didn't really go too much into the past or a little, not even too much into the future. So it was very much like a present reading,
Yeah.
which I can appreciate because it really did maybe cement, solidify, whatever. Just a few things in my mind. and just a few things that I've been going through and, that type of stuff. So a large majority was talking about, like, I think we sort of started talking about, like, stability and, all the change that's been happening in the world specifically and within myself, and how I've very much had to remove or demolish all of the foundations that I had thought that I had created for myself in my life. And especially the last couple of years, which obviously you understand, have very much gone through to, like, wipe all of that out.
Yep.
And then basically rebuild it, like, brick by brick. Make sure the ground's nice and sturdy, and then you got to get the right bricks, and you got to get the right mortar, and you got to get this and that and the stuff. So I was very much sort of saying that, yes, you have built that. You've got good, strong, sturdy foundation. So I was like, sick, love that. She asked anything specific. I sort of said about work, career, money, and then also love, because, that's just pretty much every time I really. So we didn't really go into too much about love, but basically she said that my guy isn't around at the moment, but he is coming, and she did, she said that I'm not looking for a man, I'm looking for my guy, I'm looking for the person.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm not really going out there to get someone just to fill that void. I'm actually looking for, like, my partner. But she said, look, it's coming, it's just not here yet, so just, basically take a chill pill. So I was like, cool, all right, no worries. Then career-wise, she said with woodworking, that's a really good aspect. She said that I'm really good at it. So I was like, oh, sick, excellent. So she goes, like, you could make money out of it. And I said, well, I already have. She was like, you should sell it. And I said, I already have, and I've sold one piece already. So she said, she was like, basically that was all positive. So obviously keep going with woodworking. Excellent. She didn't mention anything about the podcast though.
Oh.
Yeah. And I did mention it a couple times. So she didn't necessarily say, like, anything bad, but she didn't say, like, anything. So I don't know.
Don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. But then I think the one thing that really sort of put me off was, like, towards the end, she sort of said, something about a house. And I had said a couple of times how I've wanted a tiny house. Like, that's the goal. That's been why I've gone into woodworking, why I've been doing what I'm doing, because, like, I want to get my own tiny house. And it was almost like, no, don't get a tiny house. Get, like, a house that's a fixer-upper, because then you can repair it, paint it, and then, use that as equity and use...
Respectfully, I'm not really sure why a psychic is going into, like, logistics of a house.
Yeah. And then the other thing that kind of put me off a little bit was that, to get a house, you need to have a stable income, and for that, you need to have a 9-to-5. And... Did
she say that?
She did. Done corporate life, I've done that. I know if I wanted to, I could succeed at it. I know I could be really good, but it's not fulfilling. It's not... I don't know. I always found it was just sort of like I exchanged my time for a bit of money. And towards the end, it was just not, it was not enough money to survive what I was having to go through. So, I just decided to move on. And since then, I've been so much happier. And so she told me that, and I sort of felt really, like, defensive almost, like, how dare you tell me that I should go do 9 to 5?
Yeah, that's sort of a bit silly.
Yeah, and it just put a little bit of a sour note on it. But pretty much everything else she said before that was pretty much spot on. Like, one thing that really just, you and I, this is like a little running joke with us. We have, anytime we go through, like, a rough patch, the saying that we have exactly, if you're watching, you can see Erica's eyes roll back into her head. But there's a saying called the only way out is through, which it's very true and very apt. However, when you're going through it, it's like the last thing that you want to hear, but it's exactly what you need to hear at the same time. So she was telling of this story that she used to tell to her kids. It was like about a bear or something. And it's like, there's this river and you can't go over it. You can't go under it. You have to go through it. And I was like, thanks. And so it was just like, right, okay, thanks, universe. Thanks again for another way of saying the only way out is through.
It's like, the only way out is through. This too shall pass.
Yes.
It is what it is.
As above, so below.
All right. What?
That's what another one that she said. That's why.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I think that means something different.
Yeah, well, maybe. I was going to say your boob's coming out too.
Fuck.
Not in a bad way.
No, like, I don't want it popping out.
Oh.
Like, that's enough.
Get back in there.
Sorry.
Love you, like, get back in there.
All right, come on in.
Raffalina. Hi. Anyway, but yeah, I was just trying to think of what else she spoke about. Oh yeah, she said a lot of the hard times, a lot of the difficult are all in my past now.
Oh, good.
They're all behind. I don't have to worry. Sorry, we've been interrupted. Hello.
So
Hi.
How does she know that we're recording and then she should get in here right now?
Oh, she just
You're
really
so
wants
cute.
to sneeze. Hello, pretty girl. Hello.
Stop it. You're so
Hi.
rude.
Hi.
You're so
Oh, and
cute.
then Jules. Hello, puppy dog. Hello, young sir. Hi, buddy boy. Good luck, future Erica.
That's fine. I'm going to leave it in.
All right.
Yeah. You're so cute.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Look at me.
Look at your little face.
Um.
He's never this cute with me.
Well, it's because the camera's here.
You're so cute. You're so cute.
He's like, I know. Look at me. Look at me.
Hello. As long as they're quiet, I don't give a shit.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What was I up to?
The only way out is through, as above, so below.
Ugh.
I swear that means something else. I can't remember what it means. Isn't it to do with like heaven and hell? Or hell and earth?
Sort of, no. Sort of, kind of. It's sort of like as above, so below. So it's sort of like what.
What's underground?
Yeah, it's sort of like the shadow work of what's, and then sort of like your higher self. It's sort of like you have to keep it in balance. Mm-hmm. Sort of like the yin and yang. That's how I sort of perceive it.
Okay.
I have a dog sniffing my arm. Anywho, yeah. So, oh Christ, there was something I was talking about. So all the hard, difficult parts are all behind me now. Basically, my future's looking really bright. It's looking really good. I think there was a lot of trusting the universe that came up a lot. Mm-hmm. A lot of trust the universe, and just sort of like the Fool came out in a reading as well. So it was very much like take that leap of faith, because it was also the chance cards that came out, and like take that leap of faith because know that you'll always be supported, and trust that you'll always be looked after. You know, you have been in. Gone through things like this in the past, and you have been fine before, so it can happen again. So it was very much just a lot of trusting and just confirming a lot of what I've already known, which has always been really nice. Hold on, again. Hello, young lady. Hi, young lady. Young old lady. Hello, beautiful girl.
So cute. You're being so cute.
I think she just wants to be like in it. We should have a mic just for her.
What did I say about noises?
But yeah, the chariot came through, and it says, at times you've got to go back to your logical brain. And actually being a double Taurus, I would have thought you would be your dominant.
You'd be surprised.
You would be surprised. Yeah, she also said, I'm not seeing a romance yet, but we'll have a look at that by itself. And so nothing really came of it. She asked me about children, and I said no. And then she said...
sorted.
That's sorted. And then, because she was also talking about maybe you just decided didn't last lifetime, that this lifetime you weren't going to have kids, because she said specifically, like, you could have had, like, 13 or 14 children and then was just, like, you know, have one on you and in you and then, you know, blah, 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 right? And then I was like, I had a feeling that in the past life I possibly died during childbirth, and that's why, because I never wanted to be pregnant. So I'm just sort of thinking, like, maybe was that something? And then she's like, no, well, the 13 or 14 children. And I was like, okay, that's another reason. So it's just a bit...
It's your 14th reason.
Yeah, my 14th reason. And I was just sort of like, oh, okay, all right.
Wow. I'm trying like, just anytime I picture you with children, I just see you as sad. So I'm trying to picture you like with like just like a gaggle of kids, and you just being like so fucking miserable.
I'm
like
thinking,
one on your hip, one inside you. You're
probably,
pregnant.
to be honest, if I have 13 to 14, I've probably got maybe one or two, maybe three inside of me. I've got two on either hip. I've got probably a couple holding onto my legs. Like I'd feel shamed.
I'm really sorry, but just saying inside you. Can I just highlight pregnant? Pregnant with triplets or quadruplets. Like,
I could be like that Octomum and have 8.
yeah.
Like, it could have happened. I probably would have died back in the day, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible naturally.
No, hers was through IVF and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she also mentioned about my bedroom. She was like, oh, well, how's your bed situation? I was like, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's just sort of in a corner and it's sort of, you know, I've tried to make it a little bit nicer and whatever. And she was like, do you have a lot of pillows? I said, yeah. She's like, good, get rid of them. Because that's showing to the universe that you're not, like you don't have enough space in your bed for a partner to come in. I mean, in saying that though, I had felt like I was wanting to shift my room around anyway. Because I had started cleaning out my cupboard a little bit. You know, when you get that, she said when you're stuck, like go through, like clear out, do a clear out. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I had also been feeling that I should be doing that kind of stuff with my room anyway. So
yeah, I feel like because the seasons seem to be changing.
Yes,
like
a
more
spring
sunshine.
clean type of feeling. You know,
it's coming in.
It is coming in.
Virgo season is upon us.
Yes. So
in just a minute.
If there's ever a time that you just want to come over to hang out and not actually do anything, more than welcome. But then she also said that during the night, my soul or our souls go out and do some work and, you know, goes off and do soul-y things. And then when it comes back, that's sometimes why I'm tired specifically, because my soul's been out there doing all this work and healing and whatever.
I've not heard that.
Oh, I have. I've heard a couple times.
Okay.
So.
Where's my soul going?
That's a good question.
Get back in there.
Hence the dreams, apparently. So she said if you ever wake up sometimes and you feel a thud, that's just your soul having to come back really quickly into your body. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I had that the other week because I sort of woke up and I was just sort of like, you know, that first couple of seconds where you're like, where am I? And then it's just sort of was like, oh, okay, well, that would make sense if that's what had happened. So little things all adding up.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I know that you've been to her before.
Yeah, so I recommended this psychic/tarot reader to me, and I found her pretty good. The first time I saw her, like, the only thing I will say is that the second time I saw her, I was a lot more direct and asked specific questions. Because like when she was vague, like when I just went in for like a general reading, I found her to be like good but like a bit vague, and she was kind of giving me life advice and stuff, and that's not what you're looking for.
No, yeah. I'm definitely not in for the life advice because, like, I mean, you and I are pretty intuitive and pretty
switched on.
Switched on, yeah. So we sort of know when something feels right and when something doesn't. We don't necessarily need to have external people to say like, hey, maybe have you considered this or something. Already have, you know. We're overthinkers, so we will think about all options, all variants, etc. But yeah, like I did sort of go into it with very much like I want to talk about career, work, the money aspect. Like I did mention that to her. Okay. And then eventually I was like, you know, and if there's any bit of love, that's welcome too. Okay. But yeah, it still was very you know, there was nothing, I didn't feel there was anything really groundbreaking. Again, I think she's great. Yeah. And I think she's, that's okay. You know, I'm definitely not, because I think, you know, like we've discussed before, but, you know, sometimes different psychic readers just aren't 100%. For you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I sort of think like she was good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of things confirmed, which was, I mean, that's always lovely. I always like to have confirmation. But, yeah, it wasn't very much like, here's how your future could be. And, like, if you do that and blah, blah, blah. It was all very much like if it was about the future, it's like things that I don't resonate with and I didn't feel. Even in my gut when she told me, I was just like, oh, no. You know. And I was like, oh, that's not it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's like, so I recommended another one to you earlier this year.
Yes.
How did you feel about her compared to this one?
I think the first one would be good if you did just want a general life reading, because I felt that she went into every section. So she's like, okay, well, how about family, work, love life, money, career, whatever the things that you wanted. She would sort of go into each topic and then go into it, which I thought was really cool, because then that way you know you might learn something in a section that you didn't actually want to know, didn't ask for, but you got. Whereas this one was very much like I asked for something and then I sort of got like a broad overview. It was just it was a bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because like I went to both of them at the end of last year, and I preferred the lady that you saw today.
Interesting.
The other one, so basically she's a tarot reader and also a psychic and intuitive, and then that other one, she is just an intuitive slash psychic. Like you walk in and you just sit down and she starts telling you about your life. Yes. And it's pretty fucked.
Yes. And she doesn't have any cars. She doesn't have nothing of yours to hold, no crystals, no nothing. She literally is just sitting there in a chair talking.
Yeah, she just like, she's like, what's your name? And then starts talking and telling you about your life. And it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
At the same time, I found a lot of her stuff didn't resonate with me.
Yeah, looking back, I agree. I think there was a couple of things that I got out of it.
Yeah. I think
Which,
she could definitely sense the present.
yeah,
Like, she told me, like, she gave me some stuff about my life. And I'm like, that's very strange that she knows that. Yeah, like, interesting details. But then she was talking about the future, and I was like, this doesn't
this doesn't resonate.
She kept talking about travel. In fact, both of them did. And, like, the thing is, I have an autoimmune illness which restricts my ability to travel.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really don't want to hear about this.
Yeah.
And she was one who just, like, really kept going on about it.
So maybe we'll be traveling then.
I maybe,
Allegedly.
but, like, at the same time, like, I don't want to know that now.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want to think about that when I'm, as I am.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sorry that I wasn't, like,
No,
it didn't, like, hit more.
No.
That's okay, though.
No, I know.
It happens.
I've also found the more spiritual I become too, the more just like I already know a lot of this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So it's more like I just need a person to confirm what I already knew.
Yes.
You know?
That's often why I go.
Yeah. Just to sort of be like, because I also sort of feel like the psychic can provide a little snapshot of your current energy at that current time.
Yeah.
You can leave the room and then just, you know, make a completely different decision. So what you've just heard could be, you know, null and void.
That is so
to
funny.
a degree.
That's so funny because, like, literally I saw her recently and she was like, when something's meant to happen, it'll happen. So which is it? You know? Is it meant to happen? Is fate, like, you know, making things happen, or do we have free will?
Both.
Yeah, okay.
Both. Because I feel with fate, like there's things that are fated, there are things that are just sort of meant to happen. The way they come about or way they happen may not always be the same.
Yeah. I just think that, like, I think free will actually plays a much larger role because it's like, for example, I'm thinking of, like, my mum and her one true love. You know?
Not your father.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Let's unbury that hatchet.
I mean, sorry, but
Yeah. No, true. Anyway, I just mean, like, they, like, were meant to be together, but, like, my mum moved to a different country and he stayed in the same country.
yeah, it's a bit difficult.
I just mean, like, are they meant to be, or do you have free will?
Something that came up last night for me was like, do you miss the person or do you miss the person that you were when you were with them at that time?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of healing that I've done specifically in one friendship that I had to let go of this year, like, I miss that friend, but do I miss the person that I was with them, or do I actually miss them? You know? So it's sort of also at the same time, maybe with your mother, does she actually miss this person, or does she miss that time, that nostalgia, that person that she was?
I think in her case it's both.
I would agree.
But I more mean, like, everything that she says, like, it was meant to be, like, there was, like, a bigger hand or that play, but it's like,
is there?
I don't know about your friendship, how you feel and stuff, but I just think that, like, fate influences things, but I just think that if you make a different decision, then that's it. Like, for example, like, what if there's, like, fated events waiting for you overseas, but you never go? You know, there's people that could be waiting to meet you, but you don't meet them.
True. I'm also sort of thinking, in that case, will we meet at another time in another way? You know, I just sort of think, like, maybe not necessarily the way that way, but maybe you are always meant to meet those people, or you're meant to go through a situation that's meant to. You know, I don't think it's always, I don't feel with fate it's always like
So straightforward.
So straightforward. I think it's, because, I mean, if we really go into spirituality and everything and, like, you know, there's multiple timelines and, you know, all this kind of stuff.
The Matrix.
All of the above. And it's just sort of like maybe in one timeline that was the fated, and then maybe in another timeline it wasn't fated. It just sort of...
Yeah.
You know, it's so difficult because I don't think with anything spiritual related or even this life, anything's permanent. Yeah. We're always changing. We're always evolving. It's always different. It's never the same.
Yeah, but also the different timelines are happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I always think of Sliding Doors.
Yes.
That movie. Although I love that movie, but I rewatched it recently and I was like, it really doesn't hold up.
Okay, first of all, probably. Second of all, okay, can I just ask one question about one of the characters, the guy that cheats on her at the beginning?
Yeah.
That guy. Did you find him attractive?
No.
Me either.
Yeah.
And I've just remember him being portrayed as this, like, really, like, attractive person. Again, if people want to, you know...
I don't think so. It's just a movie, Megan. Don't take it so seriously. They could have hired anyone. Or attractive.
I never thought that he was attractive.
Well, I just mean, like, he was attractive to the people that were
Found
attracted
him
to him.
Yeah.
He was very charming.
Mm.
in the movie. Like he like charmed them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just mean like I don't think he was meant to be like some, and like then the other one, John Hannah, he's not meant to be like you know, a showstopper either.
No, but I think if given the choice, visually, just out of those two, I'd probably chick. Hold on, what word am I trying to use?
Choose, pick.
Yeah, there, thank you.
Why do you always do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do a lot. I put two words together and just make my own. Maybe I'm just trying to make a new language. Leave me alone, yeah?
Okay, all right.
Anywho.
You would pick John Hannah.
John Hannah.
Well, in the context of that movie, yeah, I would also pick John Hannah.
I mean, it was a much better character anyway.
Well, it's the one that cheats on you or the one that doesn't. Tough decision.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, which one would you want to go for? Ooh. Because I just remember with John Hannah's character, it was like, you know, start your own business, do that. Like,
yeah, he was so supportive.
Yeah, he was so supportive. We love a supportive man.
Yeah.
And the other one was very much like a drain. Like he was,
Yeah.
he was, you know, writing and, you know, was basically getting her to work so then he can just, you know, end up cheating. But
Covert narcissist.
yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, so it didn't hold up.
No.
Oh, that's
I
such a
should watch it
shame.
again because I really loved it as a kid. But it's just, yeah, it's dated in a lot of ways.
That's such a shame because I loved that movie.
But anyway, the multiple timelines thing.
Yes.
That freaks me out. I don't like thinking about it.
Really?
Also, I find it really depressing.
Why?
Because it's like if you think about decisions that you made differently, it's like, oh, I could be happier on that timeline.
Oh.
Or I could be dead. You never know. But I could be happier. I just mean like think of the movie.
No.
You know? But she was happier.
I'm sorry, what I loved was that you were like, you could be dead, but happier.
Well, no, I mean like there could be a timeline where you're dead, but there could be a timeline where you're happier. And I hate thinking of that. I hate thinking that like, if I made different decisions, I could be happier. I hate thinking about that, Megan. It's depressing.
You could be dead, but happier.
No. The one that you're alive in, but happier.
I know. It just was really funny the way you worded it.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. But yeah, absolutely. You could be happier. True.
Or dead.
Or dead. You don't know.
But I hate thinking about that like, oh, if I had done this differently, I would be happy. It's like, I don't want to think about it.
No, but that's also living in the past, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're not necessarily living in the present moment and, you know?
Yeah, so maybe think about multiple timelines as in like things that are coming up. And maybe you can jump timelines. I love thinking about that.
Yeah, I do too. I
But,
really
like,
think,
yeah.
why not?
I could be on the dead timeline right now. One decision.
One decision, you never know.
Yeah.
If we have some food.
Anyway, no.
Preferably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just sort of think like it's really cool to think about it because it's also like the different options and possibilities that you could.
In the future.
In the future.
not the
yeah,
past.
no, I don't, like I also don't really think too much about the past because it's sort of like you can't change it.
Yeah.
And for me, if I do think about the past and be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, or like if only, you know, it
Eats you alive.
eats you alive. And there's no point unless you can actually change it.
Yeah. That's it.
You know,
Move on.
I mean, to a degree, obviously, there's sometimes like if you go through some things, maybe to help heal or
Oh, yeah, for sure.
stuff like
if
that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're just replaying the old narrative in your mind, there's no real purpose for it
Yep.
other than to just make yourself feel bad.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, multiple timelines.
Multiple timelines. Okay,
Yeah.
I have some notes
Ooh.
that I brought with me. So, firstly, I was going to have a launch party for my lingerie this month. It's not happening.
Okay.
As in, I think I will be able to launch my lingerie, but
Yep.
planning a party at the same time is too much.
Yeah, agreed.
So I was like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Fair.
But I thought maybe, hey, in a couple months' time, maybe we could have like 3 months celebrating Fingers Crossed and also
Yeah.
Midnight Princess.
A what?
joint, like my lingerie and Fingers Crossed, like joint launch party.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, you down? Okay, cool.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, admin's done.
Because also that way, it's like 75% on you.
Yeah. Oh, well, I would expect it to be on me anyway.
I mean, let's face it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that.
Cool.
Okay. Next
Done.
thing.
Sorted.
In the last episode I was editing, you were like, your parents were married.
Yes.
As long as you've known me, I've talked about my parents being divorced. So what's not clicking? Up
Clearly.
here?
I
actually
honestly
wrote, what the fuck is wrong with Megan?
I mean,
Yeah.
again, how much time do we have?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why in my head, I didn't realise, like, your parents being divorced meant
Means
that you were being married. They were married. And I was like, it didn't.
Yeah.
And then you told me and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
And I've known you
No.
for more than 2 decades. And
I know.
Yeah, I was like,
there's still things I don't know.
there's still things you haven't figured out. Things you should know.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Did you know that my parents are divorced?
Yeah.
Good.
Because I was.
Did you know that they were married?
You're such a dunce.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
But at the same time, I make you laugh.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, next thing. I made a point. I don't know where this came from, but it was.
sorry, it's still like, what the fuck is wrong with Megan? Oh, God, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So anyway, I don't know where this came from, but there was a
Sure.
day we were in the car and I was like, oh, I should start calling you Mog.
Oh, yes.
So let's make that
Yeah.
a thing, everyone. Let's all get on board. Megan is now Mog.
All right, then I'm spelling your name Erica.
You can do whatever. As I said, like, that's not new.
All right, fine.
Yeah. Mog is new, though. And we're all getting on board.
All right.
I don't know why, but I just found that so... I remember, like, pissing myself
I
in the
know,
car.
and I don't...
And I don't know why.
Because, okay, there was, I think I was telling you about a book that I had that was in childhood called Megan Mogg.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about the witch who had a black cat as a pet, I
Yeah.
think, and it was about their whatevers.
Yeah.
And so for some reason, you just decided that I was Mogg.
Let's all get on board.
Yeah.
Okay, one other thing I wanted to touch on. So I was rewatching the Gen Z Stare Bit,
Oh, yeah.
and I remembered, like, we're both big on manners.
Yes.
And you know why?
I
Private school.
was going to say, probably private school.
Yeah, as in, like, one of the easiest ways to tell if someone went to private school is their manners.
Yeah, actually.
And they really get, like, drilled into you.
Yes. Like, I can't now, like, if I get up from a chair, I have to push it in. I can't not. And if someone doesn't push their chair in, I mean, whatever, do whatever you want. But also at the same time, I'm just like...
It's small stuff like that, but it's also just, like, people who went to private school, it's like they're very, like, mindful of the people around them.
Yeah, I would agree. Because I'm just sort of thinking, like, the uber wealthy, one thing that they would probably really hate is to have, like, a tarnished name. You know, like, oh, did you hear about so-and-sos?
Why wealthy? Why not upper classes?
Upper class? I don't know.
Because
In
they're
my
separate,
mind, it's sort of...
but they're not.
Yeah, I guess in my mind, I was thinking, like, old wealth, old money.
Yeah,
Like that group.
yeah. Because I just mean, like, for example, like, there's families in the UK that are upper classes, upper crust, but dead broke. Yeah.
Actually, that is very true.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess upper classes.
yeah.
And especially in those cases that they're sort of like their name is, I can't think of the right word, but it's just sort
It's
of
their
like...
brand.
It's their brand, perfect. Yeah, it's basically their brand. And if, you know, there's a child of theirs that's acting up and, you know, being a bit whatever, then, you know...
Tarnishes the brand.
Tarnishes the brand.
Yep.
Yeah.
That, and also I was thinking of, like, so basically I did this series on my other platform about talking about, like, class, small tells that people have to indicate what class they're in, class indicators. And one of them is humour. Humour, but also the way people are rude. For example, like, you know how, like, being rude / disrespectful is, like, one of the worst things you can be if you come from private school or whatever, upper class. But you can be rude in indirect ways.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, I had some people in my car recently and they were just, like, acting out and being, like, playful and stuff, like, in just a playful way, but being rude about my car.
Yep.
And I was like, because I grew up around private school kids.
Yes.
I'm like, this behavior is really unfamiliar to me. Because it's like, even if it's like the difference between, like, saying that's stupid versus, oh, that's an interesting feature. You know?
Oh no, that's what I say all the time.
Exactly.
Oh,
Because we're private school
God.
kids.
Oh,
And we've had it
God.
drilled into us that you don't say things directly. It's indirect.
I just thought that was me being like highly masking. I mean, it also could
Perhaps
be that
it's
too.
both.
Um,
Actually, no, I think that's a class indicator because I know people who are highly masking who don't do that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well.
that passive aggressive, that like flipping it, it's like you can say it, but you can't say it.
Yeah.
That's a class indicator.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted. That's a behavior that I've just realised. Okay.
But that also, like, we're both very dry and sarcastic generally.
Yes,
I
yeah,
mean,
we are.
you can be a bit goofier than me.
Yeah, yeah.
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 But like, yeah, we're pretty dry and sarcastic. That's also a tell.
Oh, really?
That humour, because I know a lot of people like. I'm thinking of settings where I'm like around people who are like, it's like a mixed group.
Yeah.
They have trouble telling if I'm joking or not.
Yes.
Whilst private school kids will just assume that you are joking.
Yeah,
Everything's a joke.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
life is a joke.
a joke.
Oh my God, jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Because I'm just sort of realising, like, wow, that's my humour.
Yes. Yeah. But that's a tell. That's a fucking tell.
Did not realise that was a class indicator.
I think so. Open to debate.
Yeah,
But-
please feel free. Add any comments you like.
Yeah, especially because like I come from low socioeconomic. My parents were refugees. Full transparency. But my mum took out a mortgage to send me to this expensive school, and so I'm like upwardly class mobile. I guess as a result. Not that any of this matters, but it's like stuff that you're not conscious of until you're conscious of it. But it's stuff like at my workplace, I can see me doing better than other people because I know the tells, I know the behaviours. Unconsciously, it's not a conscious thing, but it separates you from people. And the people that exhibit those behaviours tend to do better. They pick them out as like, oh, they've got, because they know how to behave. And it's like things like being respectful and mindful of people. It makes things easier. It's like easier to like slip through social situations, stuff like that. It's all this stuff that's like internal training. That's like, it's not, you're not conscious of it, but it's all there. And it's the makings of people who like move up the ranks. So yeah, sorry, I've been thinking about that a lot.
No, think about it. Think away. I just have not, obviously.
I guess it doesn't impact your life directly. Whilst it impacts mine daily.
Yeah, like I think because I don't have a corporate job, so it's I don't see a broad range of people often. Even though I went to the private school and I had that training, yes, maybe like subconsciously, obviously it's within me, and I that's how I behave. But like I guess I don't consciously use it as a. I don't want to say weapon, but sort of towards other people, sort of a negative way.
Yeah. But it's
know what I
it's here's the thing. I have 2 points to say on that.
Okay.
It's not a weapon.
No.
It doesn't have to be. Like, it's not something you're using. It's not something you're conscious of. It's stuff that's been deeply ingrained, but people who don't have that training are held back. It's like, it's not like it's a weapon for us. It's like the people that don't have it, they don't realise that people will dismiss them without, like, for no reason.
So it's almost been weaponized against the people who don't know of it.
You know what? In a way, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I see people and I'm like, I can see that this person won't get ahead because they don't know how to behave themselves.
Do you reckon if they had learnt that, then they'd be able to move through?
Yeah. I can see people who are held back because they don't know how to behave themselves. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. They don't know how to, it's like there's social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the social skills.
Yeah.
It's something that we were unconsciously taught because it's not like they ever sat us down and told us all these things. It's stuff that like they modelled, the teachers modelled the behaviour.
Yep.
And then like when you behaved out of line, they'd pull you up on it in small ways. Even things like the way you present yourself, the way you hold yourself.
Oh, God, yeah. I remember our uniforms were very strictly...
Very strict.
There were so many rules, even just around what we wore.
Yeah.
It was just beyond, but...
It was beyond, but also it trained us to be conscious that people are judging our appearance.
Which, unfortunately, people do.
But it's true.
True,
But,
yeah.
and also, but it's not even, it wasn't just about like the uniform itself. It was like looking put together.
Yeah, and also you represented that school.
Yes.
You know?
And if they found, like, you could be reported for fucking up your uniform outside of school.
Yeah.
Because you're a representative of the school at all times.
Which I'm not, like, I get and whatever, but also at the same time, like, oh my God, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The only way out is through.
As above, so below. Yeah. No, but like, I think as like stupid as those lessons were, it's stuff that prepares you for doing well in life.
Yeah, which is actually really funny because at the time we obviously just didn't realise it. We didn't sort of click in to be like, oh, that's why they want, the uniform to be a certain way or why they want us to behave a certain way or whatever it is.
Why you have to push in your chair.
Why you have to push in your chair.
All this stuff. But even just like being polite, being mindful, being considerate of people around you, like it's that like extra layer of politeness that people have that can separate you in environments like workplaces where it's like people who lack that politeness get left behind. Yeah. And if you have that extra layer, it's like, oh wow, you're so nice. Like,
Yeah.
people like you more. Like, it's all that stuff.
It's so bizarre though. Like it's such a bizarre way to be, to not in a bizarre way that being nice and polite is weird. More just learning these things, and then if you know these things, then you can succeed a little bit more at life. Like it shouldn't necessarily be that way. It should be more.
It should be merit based.
Yeah, should be merit based. But yeah, at the same time, like it just, you know, if there were two candidates and one just didn't have that class indicator, it just sort of, then they miss out. It doesn't. I don't know.
But I find it's so much worse than that. It's much more insidious because it's like, it's not even like two candidates. It's that they won't even consider someone, or you know what? They won't even consider someone who doesn't have those indicators, and not necessarily associated with class. It's just people like you more, and people associate you more with leadership if you have these traits.
Interesting.
It's like they won't recognize you if you don't have those traits, but also people will assume things about you. They will assume that you're like more competent if you have those traits. That's one thing I found. Like people that I know have like gotten promotions, and I'm like, why the hell did that person get it? So they have those indicators. But here's the thing. I think one thing they trained us to think in school was that like we fit into every room.
Yeah.
Like we're never out of place. Like you walk into the room, you belong in the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there's almost like a level of entitlement. It's like entitlement and confidence that's drilled into you. You know? That like you walk into a room, it doesn't matter, like you're never intimidated by people. Or rarely. And even if you are, you can mask.
Yeah. You know how to. You've got the skills.
Whilst there's people that I know, like I'm thinking of like public school kids that I work with, and they are intimidated. They don't fit in, and it's visible. There's visible tells that they're anxious and they're uncomfortable and that they don't feel like they belong. Yeah.
I'm just sort of thinking back on a few friendships and a few people that I've encountered, and yeah, very much that vibe that they just didn't feel worthy, I guess maybe is another word. Because I'm also sort of thinking like the education wasn't bad. What do you think? What's your opinion?
What's my opinion?
I don't know if school was necessarily for us. Sorry, traditional school.
Regardless of that. The thing is, my parents went to school in communist Hungary 50 years prior to me, and got a way better education than I did at a very expensive school in Australia. In like, you know, shouldn't we be like so advanced and have stuff? And the education system here is a piece of shit, in my opinion. And it doesn't matter what school you go to, it's a piece of shit.
Feathers.
There are so many better education systems around the world. So many better.
I also do have a few teacher friends as well. A lot of them have now said, I mean, even granted this is a broader thing, but they've said specifically in Victoria we used to have the most well-paid teachers, and nowadays it's like we're the complete opposite.
I've got shit to say after
Let
this.
me finish. But I'm just sort of thinking like it just seems to be a symptom of a much larger problem in Australia that we don't necessarily, unless it's universities, but even still there's an asterisk to that. But then I guess maybe there's a reason why you sort of have a...
Face? Okay, here's my face. I don't think we value knowledge in Australia. I don't think that intelligence is valued. I think that like athleticism is valued.
Yep. Oh God, yeah. I mean, you can see it even in councils. How many times there's sporting things that are being funded.
I really feel like Australia is a pretty anti-intellectual society, and I'm not sure if it's like
the convict past.
Maybe. Stupid ass convicts. No. I don't know. I don't like, there's so many reasons it could be. Like I've got so many theories, so I'm going to spit them all out now.
Okay.
One of them is I think that because Australia was colonized so easily, to me, in my mind, that explains why Australians are so laid back. Also, we're isolated. It's an island. True. No natural threats. It's like there's no need for competition or survival or fight because it's always been easy. You know, so there's no need to be smart here because it's like, who are you fighting? Whilst in Europe, there's all these countries cramped together and there's always internal struggles, you know? So like being smart is one of your biggest weapons. But in Australia, there's no need to be smart.
No.
Yeah.
Which is such a shame because I do remember when intelligence was valued in Australia and
when?
A while ago, a very long time ago. Because I remember, like, we were the CSIRO, for example, how well funded and how many things, like the money that our notes that we have was created by an Australian. Like, you know, we had those people that had all these skills and knowledge and blah, blah, blah. And it was...
Yeah, but I don't think they were ever valued. I think they were
maybe not valued.
I think they were always outliers. The majority of society has been as it is. Yeah.
Let's hope that could change.
It can, but I think Australia is very anti-intellectual. Yeah.
That's a shame. Because you need intellectuals. They sort of, like, they do a lot of stuff. And I'm not one of them, so...
No, it's fine. Everyone plays a role.
True.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I may not be smart, however...
You see how I flipped the script there?
Yeah.
Passive aggressive.
See the what was it? The class indicator.
Private school training.
See.
Yeah.
No, like I sort of think.
No, but like genuinely, I mean that. Like everyone plays a role in society. It's
oh,
not like
totally.
Yeah.
It's not just one against the other.
No, as in like we need everyone.
Totally.
We need everyone.
Oh God, yeah. We always need a broad range of people. Like we can't have all the same because otherwise, well, one, that'd be really boring. But then two, no progress. We'd just stay the same. We would probably, if anything, go backwards.
That's the thing, though. Australia is largely the same, and there is very little progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like the intellectuals move overseas.
Yeah, that's true because it's more valued and probably even
better
more funded. I was going to say financially supported.
Like so many, like as you said, like the CSIRO was like constantly defunded.
Yeah, constantly.
It's a well-known thing in science. Like if you want to make money, you go overseas.
Yeah.
There's no money here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. So the thing is, like you say about funding and education in Victoria, I just don't think funding will help because I think it's the entire system that's broken.
Oh, I mean, all of our systems are probably broken, to be honest. So.
And they're slow to change. Everything's slow here. Yet again, because we're isolated.
Yeah.
And I think also history plays a role. You know, like, it's funny how history shapes a country. Like, what happened in France, like, 200, 300 years ago, whatever, they chopped off their leaders, and now the government lives in fear of their people forever. History shapes culture.
Yeah.
And so in Australia, they came here, it was an easy takeover, and it's been easy ever since. As, like, horrible as it is, like, I really think that plays a role in our culture. I don't know. Any anthropologists want to chime in and actually educate me? Go for it.
Please.
I don't know what to
Feel
talk
free.
about. This is just a theory.
Please feel free. Any comments, thoughts, opinions, all the above.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good way to think about it.
Is it? Because it's just like, why are people so laid back here? Because it is so laid back. Everything is so slow. So much bureaucracy.
But yeah, it is a very interesting perspective.
Okay. Anyway, it depresses me. I don't like thinking about it.
Okay, and then you thought talking about it on the podcast was...
Well, I just mean like I want people to get angry with me.
Oh, please feel free to get angry. Get angry. Yeah, because I just sort of think like we need change. It's just the system that we have is not working for everyone. It's working for a very select group of people and it's time to change. Like it's just time.
And I also think, is it capitalism?
Well, I mean, you can sort of see America as a bit of a case study at the moment.
Oh, what a petri dish.
Yes, yes. You know, and again, take this with a grain of salt because I know it could be very triggering. For example, Amazon. We'll talk about Jeff Bezos and how everybody says how bad and wrong and etc. the company is. People come out and say how there's no air conditioning in their warehouses, how they can't have a pee stop, they have to pee in bottles and stuff like that. And yet people actively still choose to buy from Amazon and actively hear these stories and go, wow, that's horrible, but then go and buys from that platform.
That's tricky because the thing is Amazon did this thing where they cornered the market.
And that's the thing that pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like there's no, especially if you're in a lower socioeconomic bracket.
Yeah,
they've cornered that. Thing. It's like if you have money, then of course there's a million options.
Because I think back in the day it was Walmart before Amazon. Because Walmart was basically the only, you know, I'm trying to think of the Australian equivalent, like a supermarket and a Target or a Kmart and, you know, like a pharmacy and in some cases a gun store. Whatever you need. Oh God, that was confronting. But yeah, it just sort of like it had everything that you needed. So it's like, why bother drive an extra hour to go to a shopping centre when you have to go to all these places individually? So it's like I understand why people, and I don't blame people because it's just, you know, they're just a cog in the machine of what it is. But at the same time, it's just like if we all consciously go like, oh hey, that company.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I know what you mean, but I don't think it's up to individuals.
No, it's pretty much
It's-
a broader system that's broken.
Yeah, it's like it shouldn't be up to the people with the least power to make these decisions and damage themselves.
Yeah, but at the same
know?
time, like, if we don't, who will? Like, no company's going to be like,
It's- It's up to the government to regulate these things. As someone
Yeah.
I'm a hardcore socialist. Sorry, I'm like, the government should intervene. Yeah.
I think if you trust your government 100%, I don't know if we trust our government.
Well, we don't.
No, we definitely don't. But I think at the same
And for
time...
good reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. But yeah, I'm just sort of trying to think, like, I think a lot of people don't trust the government, and I think a lot of corporations and a lot of companies and a lot of, like, who are the people that can go into to the government and talk with, you know, MPs and stuff?
Oh, lobbyists?
Lobbyists. Like, you can go to the Capitol in Canberra, go in as a lobbyist, go to all these MPs, but you don't have to write down, you don't have to say who you are, you don't have to say where you're from. So it's just sort of like, yeah, the government should, but also the government at the same time are in bed with all these lobbyists and all these companies. So it's sort of like we really need to get like a grassroots to get like these people who really actually are for the people rather than for these corporations.
Yeah, look, allegedly, Australia's
Obviously.
extremely corrupt.
Obviously, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because, I mean, who was it? Gough Whitlam? He was the only one who was taken out by the Governor General.
Oh, Governor General.
And apparently, like, I've been reading into him and I was like, what is going on? And one of the things that he did was that he wanted to, again, I don't know how we got so political, but he wanted to get rid of, there's a CIA, I think, have a base, or America have a base somewhere in Australia. And I can't remember specifically where. Happy to Google. Please, guys, Google. But he wanted to get rid of it. He was like, no, we don't need you guys here. And then a few other things. He wanted to make some progressive changes. And then America being America and the government being the government. Because I think the guy who was Governor General was friends with or knew someone or something. There was some kind of connection to the CIA. So
It all makes sense.
You know, it all just like follow the money, follow the trail, follow whatever. Just sort of like, you know, and I think also growing up as well, we're always told, you know, this is the way things have happened and this is the belief that you should have about this particular person, individual, event, whatever it is. And then you look back as an adult and you're like, actually, hold on a minute, that's very different to how I see it now. Like, what kind of perspective were you wanting me to have here?
Okay, I have two things to add.
Okay.
Just quickly. Firstly, you mentioned the CIA. I got an ad for the ASIO the other day,
Okay.
advertising for jobs, and I was like, I'd work for ASIO. But they're all based in Canberra. No working from home, tragically, because of like the whole security thing.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'd work for ASIO. Hell yeah, I'd be a spy.
But you're in Canberra.
No, I don't want to be in Canberra.
Oh, so you work for them if you're in Melbourne.
Yeah. If I could work from home.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, so obviously that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. But I was like, I'd work for ASIO. That'd be a cool job.
I wonder what you'd do.
I don't
Would
know.
you be a spy?
There were like a million.
Obviously not
million
now that you put it out to the internet.
I'd be a spy.
Or maybe.
Maybe I'm a spy.
Maybe she is.
Worst
Maybe.
spy ever. Or best spy ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
You'll never know. No, they had like a bunch of really interesting jobs, and they were just looking for vaguely smart people.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah, and I was like, cool.
Nice to know that you're vaguely smart.
No, but I just mean, I'll take it.
From ASIO, from what is it? The security...
Please, whatever, Google it.
Yeah, maybe.
Look it up.
There it is.
Oh,
future editing Erica.
Yeah, fine. And the other thing was, Candace Owens has unfortunately been saying things which are smart lately. Yeah, she was going on about Palestine, basically, and how like Israel's like this like terrorist organization, essentially. And she mentioned one thing which I actually had never heard of. In the Afghanistan war that we like quote unquote lost, America lost, they had soldiers guarding poppy fields. And then shortly after that there was the opioid crisis in America, and it was the Sackler family, I think allegedly, that funded that. And I was like, why am I learning things from Candace Owens?
Yeah, because also at the same time she also believes, and
Oh, I've heard about this. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
she also believes that Emmanuel Macron's wife is a transgender woman.
The transgender woman, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently she was a man and...
AMAB.
What?
Assigned male at birth.
Oh, that. And basically she said it multiple times in multiple...
And she's being sued now.
And she's now being sued by the couple. And
I don't understand. She's so confident. She's going into it happily.
Yeah, she actually, I think, I can't remember what she said, but she was like, I will fight this, you know, this mentality, this whatever. I can't remember what she was saying because I sort of was laughing a little bit. But I'm just sort of like, even if she was born a man, who gives a shit?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I don't know, like, why you would mention that in public.
Yeah.
Make a fight about it.
Like,
who cares?
I've never fully understood the fascination that some Republicans, conservative, those TERFs, whatever, whoever, have with how someone identifies. I'm like,
just let people live.
Just let people live and how they want to live their life, as long as they're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Because, like, the people that you should go after are the ones who are doing really horrendous things to people.
Luckily for Candace Owens, she's going after both. She's going after innocent trans people, allegedly, or also like the state of Israel.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
everyone's on the chopping block.
Everyone's on the chopping block. So it's sort of like, you go like, oh, wow, she's saying something really like great and et cetera, especially with everything that's going on with the Palestinians at the moment. And then she sort of then also says about Emmanuel Macron's wife being a trans woman. And I'm like,
she's a real character, mixed bag.
She's the real personification of like as above, so below, like just being both sides of the coin. Being very balanced. She doesn't want to have one thing.
I don't know. And she also talked about like how she gets like really obsessed with things. And I was like, oh, like she like hyperfixates on things.
Isn't that a ADHD trait?
That's a ND trait.
ND trait, yeah.
Yeah, because like she actually specifically said like they were like someone asked a question. I watched an interview with her and Tucker Carlson.
Another wonderful human.
Yeah, I know. People were in the comments like being like, why am I agreeing with these people?
I know.
Yeah, like actually, why are they being correct right now?
Also, I don't know how on earth we got really political by the end of this, but it is one of those things that there's been a lot of shake-up within the Republican Party at the moment.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them are defecting from the DJT for whatever reason it may be. Who knows?
What reason?
What reason? Anyone have any comments, any ideas?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just sort of like, what is going on?
I don't know. It's crazy times.
It is a little bit. What's going on?
I don't know. But can I talk more about Candace Owens? Back to me. Anyway.
Back to Erica.
Okay, no, but Candace Owens.
I'll sit here quietly in the corner.
No. No, like, the other thing is, do you know about her husband?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a pack of condoms. I was like, is this manifesting? And I was like,
that's so hurtful.
But I just saw it and I just sort of reflection. I was like, is that? No. Anyway. Sorry.
Pack of condoms at
Sorry.
samples.
Wrong spot.
My company.
Wrong spot.
That's right. Anyway, Candace Owens. Her husband. Do you know about her husband?
Not much. I know he's a white guy.
Yeah, he's a white British guy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and his dad is like a politician and was behind Brexit, a huge supporter of Brexit. And the way they met, the way her and him met, is that he was doing some Brexit talk and she was talking about Blexit, which was black people exiting the progressive left in the US. Whatever. I don't know the details. But like, yeah, they met. They got engaged after 18 days and got married 8 months later. I was like, what a wild story.
When you know, you know. Allegedly.
When you know. But like...
That's so bizarre.
Yeah. I was just like, is that fate?
Do you know what I also find really bizarre? Because a lot, like, unfortunately, along with, well, probably rightly, I'm not sure, but with Brexit, it's usually a lot of racist people as well because they don't want to have immigrants and blah, 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 blah.
Essentially, yeah.
But then...
Oh, but then he's in an interracial marriage.
He's in interracial marriage with an American.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's not someone from England.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's even still like with...
Maybe he's not racist. Because, I mean, like, Brexit is complex.
Oh, for sure. But one of the leaning reasons was basically racism.
Yeah, but maybe that wasn't his family or him or whatever.
Maybe there was an outlier in this Brexit group.
Yeah. But you know what he said? He said that he was driving his car after watching her talk and God spoke to him.
Oh, I'm so glad that God spoke to him. God, oof.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Where would we be without God speaking to him?
Yeah, and he's Catholic, his dad's Catholic, and he like was living an ungodly life and apparently like, yeah, getting on the straight and narrow involved marrying her. I don't know. It was this really interesting interview. I was like, I've never heard someone say this kind of wacky shit out loud.
And
like Republicans just be like in conservative circles, like that's like normal. I don't
normal.
know. Like, it was just like, he treated it like this interview was like the most normal thing in the world to say out loud. God spoke to me and told me to marry this woman I met.
18 days ago.
That's right.
Um,
And they'd never been on a date. They were on a like FaceTime and he proposed. And she said yes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what's going on?
I always find it funny how people are so, like new age people are so demonized in media and whatever. And then this guy, just because he's a white guy from the UK and
he's Catholic.
And he's Catholic, that somehow absolves him of saying, I met someone 18 days ago, I should propose to them on FaceTime because that's romantic.
But they'd never been on a date. Like, there was nothing. And he was like, I want to marry you. And she was like, yes.
Even the psychic was saying like 2 to 3 months is until people's sort of mask starts falling off. And then you have to really know someone for like a year before really committing to them. What the... Well, they just obviously didn't listen to my psychic. So...
I was just like, what? It's so wild.
Insane.
Like, I couldn't wrap my brain around. And this is like someone who's like a political thought leader for many people. Both of them, actually.
Yeah,
and he's the CEO of some company.
You know what? Obviously, we're just going to get more socialist views out there, Erica.
What?
What? Well, we've got Candace Owens and whoever her husband is.
Famous socialist, Candace Owens. Reformed socialist. And Tucker Carlson, also a socialist. Spreading the good word. Karl Marx, what up?
That's not what I meant. No, I'm meaning more like we need more famous socialist people out there, or people who are a socialist, yes, to be out there and be outspoken like Candace Owens is for whatever she's valuing at the moment.
The problem is like those people are famous because they're inflammatory. And the thing about like socialism is that like you're saying the right things.
Yeah, I know.
You're talking
always,
sense.
It's always really funny, especially with the debate in America, how they're always, like free healthcare. Like, who's going to pay for that? That's horrible. No, we shouldn't have that.
You're already paying for it.
Yeah, it's so... Like, this, it's good for you, though. Like, it's really beneficial for you. I swear it is.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can't imagine going bankrupt from, like, medical fees and stuff.
I know.
But even here, like, even though we have, like, free healthcare, it's, like, not really.
With an asterisk, to a degree.
Yeah, as in, like...
Like, yes, you can go to a hospital and get free care and not have to pay for it.
It's not even that. Like, if you have, like, chronic health issues or medication...
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, granted, also at the same time, thankfully, our medication is affordable.
No, not always. If it's on the PBS.
If it's on the PBS.
Yeah.
Well, I'll preface that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just sort of thinking back to when I had cancer. Like it was all.
Yeah.
I mean, and also thankfully everything was all free.
But there's people who have like cancers whose medication isn't covered.
No. Again, let me finish.
Well, hurry.
No, I will not. No,
Fucking
like for
Taurus.
me, you have to learn patience, Erica. For me, everything was free, or at least on the PBS, so it was a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable, and in that regard. But then also, like you're saying, people who have chronic pain, chronic illnesses, people who have to take medications just to survive and to live, like over time. That's not cheap.
No, that's not cheap. And also, like, any specialist, you got, like...
Specialist, absolutely. Because you only get, like,
covered.
15 minutes of their time and they're, like, $100, $200, $300.
Yeah.
Just depending, obviously, what and who and where and
Yeah,
etc.
yeah. And, like, that's not covered.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And you're lucky if private health even covers that.
Even to be honest, with private health, I still have a bit of a asterisk to them because, like, yeah, you've got private health. However, asterisk, it only pays up to a certain amount, or it only pays for this little bit instead of this whole thing.
You can change your cover though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But then it's sort of like that can then be more money, and it's sort
Yeah,
of like,
exactly.
It's like, you never know when you're going to need healthcare to a degree. Obviously, sometimes you sort of can gather.
Well, I mean, like, I heard this saying that was like that disability is like the only I can't remember like the only group everyone becomes part of because it's like we all gradually lose our abilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, you can't tell me that having the same healthcare for everybody free is too hard or too difficult, because I know it can happen.
Well, there's countries around the world that haven't.
Exactly, and I know that we can do it. I know that
yeah.
we don't even need to have the private healthcare system. We can get rid of that entirely and completely fund public and actually have really good public healthcare. I know that could be possible. Will it happen?
It's not happening.
No.
It could happen, but at the same time, healthcare is really, really expensive. And I'm even thinking of like Korea. South Korea has one of the best healthcare systems in the world, and it's not fully subsidized. So it's like instead of having like everything free, like free and private, there is a private system, but basically they have really, really great healthcare, but it's cheap, very cheap. So it's like they've subsidized it to a degree where it's all affordable, and they've made it like not many people go private because it's just like there's so
no
good.
Point. Yeah, there's no real point in doing so.
Yeah, and it's like elite. Like there's hospitals, there's so many hospitals because it's profitable as well because the government funds it so heavily. So it's like there's like because it's all like condensed. I'm thinking of Seoul where it's like really packed in. It's like there'll be like 2 hospitals on one street.
You know, because you'd need it.
You'd need it, and there's so many options, and you can just go. And people go in like anytime they feel unwell, they just go to hospital.
What's their how many people are in Korean?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Insert number there.
Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah, just because I'm also wondering, obviously, in
population
Australia,
density. Yeah.
Thank you. That's the word.
Yes.
In Australia, we've only got like 20. What are we?
25 million.
6, whatever we
are.
are.
Million. Yeah.
So I mean, for the size of country that we have, in comparison to countries, actually, I think even there's like cities like Mexico City, even maybe not New York, but there's maybe broader New York, but you know, there's cities in the world that are, if not on par with the population of Australia. And it's just like, we've got such a large country and small population.
That's one of our biggest problems.
Yes.
But we're so rich. We've got so much money.
So much money, and we don't pay for all the resource rent tax. And like a lot of the companies, they take all their money and their profits offshore. Like, it's just like if we taxed like Norway and I think it was...
We'd be swimming in it.
Saudi Arabia, I think I want to say.
I don't know.
But if we taxed like they did, we would have billions more money to put into everything.
Yeah.
Infrastructure, healthcare, schools.
It's tricky. Like, I mean, like economics is a tricky topic anyway.
Of course.
But it's like the problem is that like if we would have more money if we taxed, but also a lot of companies would leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we taxed.
Would they though?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is we have so many natural resources.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, to be honest, like what company would be like, granted, yes, we'll have to pay more tax and blah, blah, blah. That really sucks. But also at the same time, like if there was a way to still even, like they're not going to lose their money. They're still going to make money.
Okay.
They're just a lot of the profits will stay in Australia and fund Australian things.
The cynical part of me is that like evil corporations have done a lot for less. I just mean like if anyone came in with those kind of ideas into government, I don't think they would be there for very long.
Oh, for sure, they'd be out.
Or even like those like introducing those ideas. It's like out or like taken out.
But totally. Because I mean, even still, you look at like people like Gina Reinhardt, who's the richest woman in Australia, and how she uses her influence to buy ads in obviously conservative media, and you know, basically let's try to say this because she's a big Trump supporter. Oh, unfortunately.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, not surprising. But, you know, like people like that, and then obviously Rupert Murdoch, who unfortunately was born in Australia.
Was born. End of sentence.
Well, actually fair. But yeah, like he has control over a lot of the media in Australia, and he thinks and feels. Control though. Yeah, but still, like he's still there. And even like to probably a much lesser degree, but like James Packer, for example, his father and everything used to run Channel 9.
Yeah.
So it's like obviously he's still going to have influence there. So it's just sort of like, you know, it's so hard because we want to make these changes, but it's more like we have to get like a lot of I don't know,
traditional media.
Yeah, well, we need to get one of traditional media out and maybe get some new flavour in.
Already coming.
But it's just sort of like we need to do like a France and just like get everyone together and just be obviously not 250 years ago, France.
Beacon is saying allegedly.
Allegedly.
Ha ha ha. We're all joking. What a laugh.
What a lol. Don't do it.
This cannot be used in court.
No, it's all alleged.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just sort of...
a big clean out.
What my point was, no murder at all. Point one. Point 2 was just to get like everybody, all the people who were affected by it, just to like get them all together and not be divided, and not to blame like the immigrants are the problem, or it's like these corporations and these media have been basically misrepresenting everything and just making us all fight against each other when we should be fighting against the corporations and these billionaires and these oligarchs who are really ruling the world.
But that's the whole system. That's how it works.
I know.
You turn them like the people with the least power against each other, and then you just take all the power.
And that's what I'm saying. We should like totally go against that and just bring ourselves together, because like if we come together, there's so much power in that, and there's so much that we could make changes.
Totally.
See? I think that was B, potentially.
It wasn't. It's Audrey.
Audrey agrees.
Comrade Audrey agrees.
Comrade Audrey agrees.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. But it's, wishful thinking.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'll wish, I'll hope, I don't know.
I can't believe you said eliminate the private health system. I'm like, you're living in a dream world, Megan.
I know.
Yeah.
And I also understand the power of these corporations that have billions of dollars, because
it's such a deeply entrenched system.
It's so, and like that's the thing. And especially like we know, trying to get change even
in
on
Australia.
In Australia is not really possible, but it's just sort of like, I just know that there can be a better world for like all of us out there. I know.
You have a dream.
I have a dream.
Yep.
Anyway. So thanks for joining us. Started off with a psychic and ended with socialism.
Okay, well, say the whole sentence. Don't make me cobble that together. God damn it.
All right, fine. What did I say?
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining us.
For another refreshing episode of Fingers Crossed.
Yeah. If you guys are also angry, feel free to write a comment. Let us know.
I'm mostly tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it exhausting. It's tough.
It is. It's just sort of like you're just trying to live in the world. I'm just, and it's just like small things are getting harder for people, and it's frustrating.
Yes.
Because it shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, small things are getting harder, but then also like some things have always been harder, now we can just see it.
Yeah, it's much more evident. And like it shouldn't be that way. Like
No.
life shouldn't be this hard for people.
Nope.
Or for ourselves or whoever.
Cherry ripe shouldn't be exorbitantly priced for so little product.
Okay, first of all, rude. Second of all, cherry ripe is still delicious no matter what you say.
Okay. By the time this comes out, you'll know where we stand on the cherry ripe debacle.
Obviously, cherry ripe is far superior than Turkish Delight.
Oh, I just disagree.
I mean, you can disagree all you want. You're wrong, but that's fine.
I just mean like in terms of like, because I think they're both like less like chocolates. Like if because they're both like, are they in favourites? Do they come in favourite boxes? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
both
like
of them.
I don't think they're anyone's first pick.
I mean, they're mine, obviously.
What?
What?
I just mean like you've got.
What would you go to?
I'm trying to think what's in a favourites, but like flake, just because it's
Yeah.
yellow, it's really bright.
Yeah, crunchy.
Crunchy.
Picnic?
Absolutely. Love picnic.
Really?
Love picnic.
Picnic's probably my last. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Used to be your favourite, but it just sort of went off of it.
I mean, I haven't had one in years.
Fair.
But like, I used to love them as a kid. When I discovered picnic, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this could happen.
Oh my God, life? What?
Yeah,
Life
chocolate and
starts
peanut.
now.
Whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm just not a big fan of chocolate and peanut.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how like America's a really big fan of choc peanut. Yeah, I could never get into it. Sorry.
I like literally.
So do those peanut and chocolate lovers.
Like me.
Like Erica.
There was a time that, is it Kraft that make peanut butter?
Yeah.
They released a chocolate peanut butter, and I used to eat tubs of it.
Really?
It was like the peanut equivalent of Nutella. I went crazy.
Wow.
But luckily they stopped making that, because otherwise I could have ended up diabetic.
Oh, I was just about to say diabetic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a close call.
I'm also thinking there's the normal, just the plain chocolate.
What?
In the favourites box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my last pick.
And then I think there's also Old Gold, the dark chocolate.
That's just foul.
Actually, anyone who's a dark chocolate fan, because I can have the cherry ripe version of dark chocolate, but I can't have dark chocolate by itself. It's too bitter.
Well, that's because there's barely any chocolate on cherry ripes. Isn't it like a really thin layer?
Probably. Probably. But there's at least 4 sides of it. So, 4 sides worth of dark chocolate. Anyway, point was, if you're a dark chocolate fan, please let us know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be 6 sides?
Oh, I guess technically, yeah, 6. However, you might only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at one go. I don't know if you can have 6 at one go.
If you shove it all in your mouth.
And also if it's like the favourites version, maybe you can.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Thanks for watching or listening.
I bet you regret tuning in this week. And it'll only get worse.
I do love how we had such positive feedback from people when it's just sort of like, do you like us now? What about now? You still here?
Now?
Are you still listening?
Yeah.
Maybe just let us know. If you're still listening, I don't know, put a dolphin emoji or something.
Yeah, chuck us a dolphin emoji.
Chuck us a dolphin emoji. Anyway.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thank you. Please do all the things that you know what to do.
The likes, the subscribes, the follows, the...
Exactly.
What you put out is what you get back.
Yeah, it's a transaction.
Yeah. You
do it
give
and you
us
get
a
it back.
like and you'll get a like back from something.
God. Or whoever it is you believe in, whatever entity,
Whatever
the Matrix
deity,
will support
yes.
you.
Exactly. The only way out is through.
As above, so below.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, well, that's it.
Bye.
Miss you, love you.